But before you get that, if the skirmishing starts happening, could get dicey for RNG in the early game.
It could do, which is why I think it's so important that they have this Renekton Sejuani. Renekton Sejuani,
Sensibly trying to stay away from this Rengar, who might otherwise go for something like this. Very aggressive for a bit of a chunk on I1D a couple times. Does have, of course, the Battle Roar to undo some of that damage.
He's just hopping around using the passive. Shoving. That's how Juice gets jumped back again.
Juice has to flash. Gets flashed on himself. A big clap to the face. And even an empowered Q will not keep him alive.
Oh, and the Juice has been
juiced.
A lot of players which just don't think. It's like, oh, I can't get worried if I don't think.
Yes.
Anyway, got Grubs on top side. Smite for the first one. PP going forwards. Double Zenith Blade.
What we're going to be thinking about here is a little bit of early violence. Good lord, the damage from the empowered Savage forces engagement very low over the wall again. Tianjin gets a kill, and now he gets to start battle roaring his way towards some damage. The damage back there was good. Flash forward, gets onto the jungler, and now the damage onto Tangu, and also really low. We'll make it another 1-for-1. Oh my days, down goes Cassandre as well as Juice gets over, and it's an absolute mess. And over here is Angel trying to get something onto I1D. Juice very low. Empowered Q, though, would be difficult to jump.
Get out. Dragon on the bot side started. That should be taken fairly easily on the bot side. So, slight grub advantage to RNG. Dragon advantage to OMG. Gold is just about even. I think importantly, it's even between the top laners still. The fact that the Cassandre is even with the Renekton means that the Cassandre will just be more useful than the Renekton later on into the game.
Tianjin was spotted going into the jungle here. His control ward didn't go around the banana bush, so to spot out that ward down there, and it's not a known quantity. It's just hit level 6, but he doesn't want to have to burn it here. In a tricky position here, we'll still jump forward onto Geju, takes some damage back. Angel looking to get a chunk onto the Sejuani. The door comes up from Brawl. Massive ultimate, though, from Starry. Brings down the Sejuani. The pig is roasted. A thrill of the hunt has been popped. Tianjin goes down, but it will still be the 2-for-1 overall.
Yeah, the Corki damage back is pretty absurd, but Tianjin goes.
It's an Eclipse build on the Renekton. We've got ourselves the Zeeks on the Sejuani as well, so some upfront burst, not bad from RNG either. They will be teleporting in for this play.
Okay, so that's the flank. Chen, where does he go to?
Has popped the ultimate, looking to maybe find an angle. Will use it on a ward, looking to escape here. The Sejuani ultimate goes wide. Big ult instead from the Ezreal. Going to get something Renekton. Dead already. Eclipse is down to the Solar Flare on the other side. Sunlight, just too powerful. Tanguyen caught out by mid-4. And Tianjin not taken out on the other side of it. It's a win for OMG.
Oh, Tianjin flashes
see what Ezreals can do in this current meta when they're given the ability to play out those extended fights in particular. Really, really frustrating. You've got a LeBlanc at 304. You've got a Rengar now who's got 7 stacks on that passive.
On the top side as well. Angel gets full gold towards that. One of the things when we see Tristana, LeBlanc in side lanes is that it is just really, really powerful getting these grubs. I think that LPL on the whole kind of struggled with switching towards grubs. This is kind of how you do it. Diving Cassandre is not how you do it, really.
Passive isn't bad and hasn't been able to use the W until very, very late on. So actually, remember, not that tanky till he gets to do that flash forward for PP to get the empowered auto. And will manage to bring down the Renekton pretty cleanly there. Shield of Daybreak doing a lot of work.
So that's going to be 4 grubs used on an inner turret. I will say, I think Harry ends up just misplaying towards the bot side. Doesn't pull out the W flash or the ult soon enough and goes down. I really felt like there was a chance to outplay, but RNG will alight at the next station. So Herald down bot side again. Herald not even being used for mid turret. We've got this trade again around turrets. But once again, RNG
afterwards.
Exactly. RNG, they're going to get themselves another 1-for-2 turret trade. I mean, you're not going to be able to stop this on the other side. Juice cannot stand here under turret. There's a chance that he dies too. PP has ult. Juice has to back off and watch the tower fall.
That's just OMG being very happy. It's like, well, okay, we'll take the 2-for-1. I get that RNG feel like they have to trade rather than get nothing, but it's still not feeling pretty as Tianjin rides the Herald in towards the Wolf Cap to try and steal them away. He's going to go towards the bush there to get the extended.
OMG, they can always use that Rengar ultimate to bring him back up to the play, use the increased movement speed if a fight does happen. OMG taking this quite slowly, though. I think this could be repped into a fight.
He just stepped on forward there with the Arctic Assault. Oh, the stopwatch to immune the ultimate. It's clean stuff from Angel, who is flying his way to a victory. In goes PP God. Juiced. It'll be a 1-for-1 as the Leona falls, but Geju having a flashback on out needs to be a bit afraid. All the while, it's still going to be OMG with the slightly better health bars and better positioning around the river. So they'll all turn back towards the dragon, you have to imagine.
Yeah, with the Sejuani ult gone, so hard to go back in towards that fight. OMG a little bit slow on taking the dragon in terms of soloing it. It's not the cleanest, but hey, it's what they needed at the end of it. RNG, they're going to lose their wave towards mid lane too, so they can't even push in towards that. They are just losing on a macro sense right now. They lost both their top lane turrets, they lost both their bot lane turrets, and you know, considering that OMG certain parts of the gameplay player. Tianjin has his passive stacked up, but he's currently alone on top side. One of the great things about Rengar is you can just be this living ward. Your ult can be a really good position to do that as well. He's just stacking up, again, root after root. Look at the CC chain.
That's Black Cleaver pass as well. That Braum's always his tank as you think it is Angel. And Harry coming on down, a flash away, and Huang Fang will wall right over the wall. Tianjin just deletes Braum. The door is cracked wide open. The jungler is dead as well. The Baron's alive.
Someone's not played against a Rengar in a while. RNG walk up and they get, what, triple bowlered? He's just sat there saying, look, I don't even need to assassinate you. I'm just going to CC you for as long as possible. RNG, they are going to get themselves this mid lane out of turret. Finally, I do think they're going to be straight up losing the Baron, though. And once again, RNG just caught a little bit behind on the map. And we'll see whether they also get caught out under this turret.
He just managed to get a chunk on Tanguy and Valkyrie over the wall. Juice pulled back, just about alive, but over comes the Rengar! Gets one! They're going to get some more damage as they get the kills. I apologize, I saw the kill feed. It was the Baron going down, but still, they get the damage as Angel is here to potentially clean up Zeri. It's over the wall, can just about spot where Huang Feng is. I don't know when that lightning rush is available. Tianjin hunting as well. Braum alive, gets a slow with the passive, can still get jumped on flash. Auto gets the smite down a slow onto the Zeri, throwing out some burst fire, but really needs to go full auto, stay alive. Multiple hops. Tianjin knows how he can be. Does not have the W available, but he's so tanky. Finally throws the Battle Roar out.
Start with that. Do we talk with, like, the body hopping? Do we start with the Cassante copy pasta? What happens here? Look, OMG, they get the Baron. They get themselves like a 1v3 and a 2v3.
Rengar started jumping. You can't flash the auto damage. That's what that jump is. It's not an ability. It's just an auto, and you don't get to flash that. Oh, my days, Awandi taken low. The Sejuani ultimate kind of does something, but it's not going to be enough value as Harry gets to step on forwards and club them to death with a couple on Tofos. Angel looking to go over the wall potentially, but they've lost another member. This inhibitor turret under siege in the bot lane. They jump in the mid lane though, and they do get Harry, so at least they get one back, but the inhibitor turret in a 1-for-1 is still a win for OMG overall.
Oh, it's absolutely a win. You can see that, you know, RNG, they're still losing damage on turrets. It is consolation kills at the very best. Yeah, Harry does go down, but you have other tanks you have to get through. The Leona is tanky. Tianjin is goddamn tanky as well. 2 damn levels up on Geju on that Sejuani.
Somewhere out there, Dragdar has been awakened at the talk of Ezrealites and builds.
Yeah, we unlock that casket every so often. This will be Mountain Soul, RNG. They didn't get themselves an approach. You have every ultimate available for RNG, and this is probably going to be the end of the game.
Double AD carry into all this tank, all this snowball. Tianjin to the backline. He just won't die. Gets another W off. Finally getting stunned up. May full, but already the Corki is dead, and the damage is done. Congratulations. You've neutered the cat. But what about the rest of the team, comp? They're a little angry about their house bet being put down. They'll try and get some more damage down as Awandi needs to back away. Angel can look to hop on forwards, looking like an angel of death in this game, a reaper of sorts as Iwandi flashes over the wall, and Santa Braum is looking like he's put on his own naughty list.
Oh, and OMG, they found themselves a bit of wanting for cat scratch fever. Tianjin's Rengar won't be present at the Nexus falling, but you have to believe he was the cause of it. It's his first game for OMG. He didn't have the best start in LPL on Invictus Gaming, but he is starting off strong here with OMG in their first game.
Carries that have been banned, they follow up really well on aggressive engages. The Sivir is the original champion for doing that. You press the ult and everyone runs faster, and you can run faster. With less important about your actual laning mechanics, which is where a lot of people enjoy playing the game. It's where a lot of your skill expression in the lane comes through. Angel, he might be getting sent back to away from this lane. Flash out of Tenuan.
The flash out. Angel down very low himself, but that has been started up for level 6 on Tianjin, means they've got ultimates apiece on the junglers, and I think we might be seeing a contest.
We are Tenuan on the flank. Where's PP God going? Where's Iwandi going? The hook's going wide.
Oh, flash away, but it means that someone else gets hit with the ultimate! Oh, Iwandi, you put your jungler out to dry.
Well, someone was getting hit by it, and Iwandi says it's not going to be me. Flashes away, but leaves his jungler for dead, and now he doesn't have the flash. PP God is going to try and minion block him. Does Minefield try to buy some space?
Shield of Daybreak stun comes through, but it's still buffered out of with forward is unlikely to give it up. We said that's likely going to be the way of the game. RNG starting up the grubs. They'd love to get that 6 marker. Lilia on them, gets a hold of one. The Zenith Blade goes wide, teleport's flashing on in as a flash ball from BB gets again onto the Lilia. The slicing maelstrom after ensures the death of the jungler.
Geju has been made into little stakes at this point.
He's able to stand here to defend this for that freely. See the Nautilus coming up, so this would be a 3v1, no slicing maelstrom available. Harry, I don't know about this one, mate. Gonna stand there, lots of damage onto Juice, but already at a turret aggro and just falls apart.
And that is a very, very dead lightning rat in the top side. OMG, that's kind of a bit of a problem for them, because of course now it's going to leave this turret and topside for the taking for RNG. Maybe means that Tanyuan can bring himself back up to item or gold parity with his other mid laner, with this first turret almost certainly going to do so. OMG now getting themselves ahead in gold after all said and done.
And we do know that the changes towards first turret giving over so much gold feels pretty good for RNG, who had a couple sequences go against them. They get the kill, they get the turret plates, it goes on to a great member in terms of the Corki, who's resetting on Vision. Ultimate not available, but Geju now left alone, because they thought they were catching out one member, they're going to catch out another instead. Flash on forward, gets the passive proc, can still wait on the ultimate, looking to throw it down at some point as PP God comes on up. Where is the rest of the teams? Iwandi going to be trading up with Starry. Now there's going to be some damage coming on through as the ultimate comes flying across. Geju gets a hold of Tianjin, who stays alive with a little bit of healing. Harry over the wall onto Huang Fong, who's got nowhere to go. Lightning Rat not quite dead. They're so low. Boomerang Blade gets to work for Harry now in a 1v3. He's too deep. What am I witnessing? It is certainly entertaining, but I'm not sure I'll call it quality.
Yeah, Sum 41 wrote a song specifically for situations like this. They're in too deep. And the Rengar and the LeBlanc were very, very good at using just their basic abilities and flitting around the edge of the fights. That gave them a lot of value, and I think that RNG this time, they're playing much better.
A great position right now to do exactly that. Certainly down the two dragons, which kind of sucks, but Herald on the other side with enough grubs here to make this mid lane tier 1 theoretically a trivial experience to take down, as Tianjin will try and invade on the other side and will at least steal away a red buff.
And now we got the Herald coming in from RNG. That was the hard-won prize after that last skirmish. And topside, wave players coming through. Will it save the turret? Angel's gonna get cancelled.
He is. That means that's going to be a bit of a mess as the ultimates are beginning to fly. No option to satchel charge the turret quite yet. Damage onto Huang Fong, though, means he goes down. Likely going to be the 1-for-1. Harry goes on forwards. Can't quite get as much damage as hoping. Some flashes and some dashes away, make some damage, come back. Still, Iwandi falls. PP God going on forwards. A Valkyrie from the Corki will secure a kill in favor of Geju, who gets that one on the turret, will surely fall afterwards. Angel survived, but they will not be there in the fight in mid lane, and the turret falls despite the mess that OMG made.
And Starry
stays alive. Now he's down towards the bot lane. Final outer turret remaining, likely going to be falling in RNG's favor. And that goldie will balloon now to more like that 3,000 mark.
And I think particularly it's just all this gold going into
is gone. And the damage onto the enemy laners is relatively limited. Juice will pre-ult here to try and make sure he's got rage to play with. Angel taking a little bit of damage, but the damage back is brutal! They'll throw down the Mega Inferno bomb, but it is only a single gun salute to the fall of the top laner.
It's going to also be an inner turret taken by RNG, so again, it is currently kill for inner turret. They're probably getting an outer turret, I suppose, on the next wave. Angel should be able to stick around for that one. RNG doing much better in the macro department than in that last game. They feel so much more confident, I think, about going forwards with such a powerful Corki and the Ziggs combo.
And that turret will fall as well. Two inner turrets fall in the blink of an eye. And yes, OMG kill off Juice. They're trying to cross-map. But the speed at which RNG can rotate right now through the enemy jungle is just hard to match.
So, RNG, gold lead this time. OMG, great skirmish composition from that first game. They snowballed it over to a win, but it feels like they are overforcing just a little bit at times now. RNG, they have the gold in hand. That means if you overforce into them, things gets a lot more difficult. I think particularly Tanyuan on the Corki, so good at consistently dealing damage. This is why you pick these AD carry mids, really. You allow them to go into side lanes, pick up gold, and they consistently carry the game after that, whilst also remaining safe. Geju's going forwards, and this is
pretty
jungle
scary.
support just left alone. They've got to die here, surely.
They're still ulting low, but can't quite get into the bush. The solar flare afterwards is solid, but PP got hit with the dread tide, like to fall down, and there's no one here yet. They wanted to set up for the dragon, but they're in way too deep.
Would very much like to not be caught out by that one again. Geju really making his mark in this game too.
Starry Light will have to do some damage in this team fight to make it work. They're going to go on forward. Big culling. First one from Angel. Iwandi just about alive. And on the other side, PP God still falls, so it'll still be the one trade for RNG.
And it's still big ultimates thrown in from OMG. They just can't kill that first target. Whereas, what were we saying? That Corki, consistent
damage. Still some knowledge here from OMG about what's going on. The jungle, though, very dark.
So, Harry, he has himself a teleport, a flash, and an ultimate. Can he do anything with that? Currently he's on bot lane, and we're going in. There's the teleport.
Gets a good Valkyrie out. Time still tanked up the ultimate. Harry on a flank, still in dangerous position. Iwandi, though, falls on the other side because Tangman had to leave. Juice teleporting in. Rocket Belt over from Harry. Juice down very low. The culling afterwards is good. QSS on the lilting lullaby will force Juice to flash, and ultimate from Huanfeng will force the E away from the Lucian, but still OMG come out on top in that
game. Gerju was the main target from OMG. When you're playing something like that Lilia, the reason we haven't seen as much Lilia is that it's harder to play. That ult misses there, going forwards anyway.
No ultimate or no flash available from 1-4 means the slow is enough.
It can be so punishing playing against that Civiv. So much follow-up, can't survive, no flash. OMG open up the mid lane. This might be exactly what they needed.
Goes over the wall, does throw down the ultimate, get stunned up. Sejuani passive is in. Harry on a flank, Angel just about alive. Getting some blooming blows, the lilting lullaby coming on down as a flash over the wall, keeping one alive. PP gone in danger, will likely be traded out.
It's a bit too far again from OMG. They go on to Juice, but he has the Sterak, so hard to kill. Now, so will be spotted out by RNG. They'll quickly take that dragon. That's going to be easily taken. OMG might set up for the Baron, but I don't think they're going to be able to immediately burn it down. They're not on it quick enough, which means that RNG, they're now suddenly sat there just a little while ago. RNG, if they manage to get another good fight from Gerju, I think this game ends in their favor. They need to not get caught out. OMG, again, just forcing into the fog of war. RNG continually need to be paying attention to this. They don't spot it. Ult and flash, and he has Starix. It's hard to force onto him. It's not really the primary target. If you can catch someone like that Ziggs, of course, it's a very different story. Gerju walking forwards, getting some damage down.
Jumped on himself, and that's way too far from the Lilia.
Gerju caught out, and the Lilia put down into the ground. OMG with the Baron buff. This could be exactly what they need. No Lilia to force a counter engage. They can push in for multiple turrets now.
Juice only gets the spell shield from the Sivir as well, which is always a bit rough because she heals and gets attack speed from that these days. It's really obnoxious. And now with Baron, with a member dead, they can really put the screws on these remaining turrets.
Yeah, the wave clears just becomes that much more difficult, right? You've got one turret at least falling somewhere. It's very hard for RNG to defend without that threat of a counter engage, which so much of that is the Lilia. And now suddenly you're going to get this point where OMG get to run all over the map before the next dragon spawns as well. So much extra gold. They retake the gold lead for the first time in quite a long time. And OMG very, very happy with the pick. Not against hyper tanks, you have HP builders, but as we said, there's a bit of armor now on Juice, but it doesn't feel like it's enough. OMG, they have their big ultimates up available again. Harry just got a death cap, a nice hat, and he might just teleport behind them. Here he comes!
Here we go, Tianjin is so tanky. Juice already down to about 20% HP. PP goes on in! Slicing Maelstrom, a category 5 disaster for RNG. It's a storm of the century, and OMG were praying for it. They find themselves to kill Tanguan running as far as he can. Oh, the huge manatee falls down. Teleports in, they're ending the game right here, right now. It'll be an OMG 2-0.
Royal might never give up, but how can you keep fighting when you're not even on your feet? OMG, they bring in a new jungler, and they bring themselves to new pastures, at least in their first series. In the Grunge group, in Nirvana, they take down the Nexus.
RNG roll for a better game too. Unfortunately, it comes up Snake Eyes. OMG 2-0. They are the better team on the day.
RNG, they would have liked their roster changes to be